Hey y'all, this is Jess coming at you with another review. Come with me to Nubbys Telegraph on 6039 Telegraph Road in St. Louis, Missouri, where I will tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me food gods. I've been hearing about the brisket egg rolls from almost all the reviews that I've looked at, and definitely I had to come and try these out for myself. These egg rolls had brisket meat, pepper jack cheese, peppers, and onions, and they're drizzled with the jalapeno cream sauce, but I had them leave that off since I don't like jalapenos. These were actually really delicious, and they reminded me a lot of those cheeseburger spring rolls that they serve at the Cheesecake Factory, which I also love. Definitely had a unique taste, and I love the texture of the egg rolls, so I'd have to give these an 8 out of 10. Next, we tried their nachos, and I got the chicken, and it was served with nacho cheese, queso cheese, red onions, salsa, and sour cream. Now, I do have to say that the chicken that was on the nachos was very well seasoned. It was smoked. But I feel like the nachos were missing something. I'm not sure. Maybe it just didn't have enough cheese. Maybe it was the big red onions that were on them. I'm not sure, but I give them a 6.5 out of 10. Nubbys is also known for their delicious barbecue, so I couldn't leave here without trying some. I got their 3-meat combo, and I chose turkey meat, burnt-ends, brisket. We got the beans and macaroni on the side. And I was actually surprisingly pleased with this dish. It was very delicious. The turkey was juicy. It was not dried out. The burnt-ends were fatty and charred, just like how I like them. And the brisket, it was so flavorful. Wasn't a big fan of the beans. The beans were like maybe a 6 out of 10. That macaroni, though, to me was hitting. I gave the macaroni an 8 out of 10. My husband didn't care for it too much and gave it a 6. Overall, the barbecue was definitely delicious. We gave it an 8 out of 10. Now for the exciting part. Their cheese steak sandwich was hitting. We got the chopped ribeye, caramelized onions, sharp white American cheese on it with Cheese Whiz. And let me tell y'all, it's hard to find a really good cheesesteak sandwich in the St. Louis area, but this was 110% on point. I've had a Philly cheesesteak in Philly and wasn't impressed. This, on the other hand, was definitely a 9 out of 10, and I would have to get it again every time I come here. Next, for the star of the show, and what we actually drove an hour for, was their pizza. I'm a sucker for a good St. Louis style pizza, y'all. I just love a cracker crust, and Provel cheese is one of my faves. And I guarantee you this pizza did not disappoint at all. Angelo's was my favorite. I have to replace Angelo's and say Nubbys is now my favorite St. Louis style pizza. I'm sorry, but it was that delicious. It just melted in my mouth and it was just so crispy. This pizza was definitely the star of the show and worth driving an hour just for the pizza. My husband 100% agreed with me on this. So overall, our experience was very exceptional at Nubbys. Everything was delicious except for the nachos. They could have left that out. But other than that, we give them a 9 out of 10.